We are back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Songsmith. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Songsmith. I'm your host, Keaton Williamson, and my goal is to help equip you to be the best musician you can be. The purpose of this show is to give you the knowledge it takes to be a successful songwriter, producer, and indie artist, while also honoring God in whatever music you create. We all want to be successful in this crowded space, so join me as we explore what it takes to be a songsmith. Howdy, everyone, and welcome back to Songsmith. It has been quite a while since the last episode because I had to take a bit of hiatus as updates, the last episode that came out, talked about. So what's happened, what's happening, let's catch up a little bit. First off, this episode right here is just going to probably be like 5 to 8 minutes. I'm going to ramble for a second, talk about what's been going on and what you should be looking forward to in the future. So we'll jump right into that. First off, I had to take a bit of a break because even though I thought summer was going to be this time where I had all the free time because school's not going and yada, 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 I had like no time at all. I mean, I did have time, but I also picked up a job then and had a whole lot of other stuff going on during the summer. So it's like, well, I don't have loads of time. So yeah, the podcast just got moved to the back burner for a bit, and that's kind of where it stayed for a while. Originally, I was like, maybe a month, 2. I don't even remember how long it's been, but it's been a minute since the last episode came out. But in the meantime, like I said, a couple different things have happened. First off, my studio, while looking relatively the same, has gotten a couple updates, like some of the walls have been covered fully. We just have one more wall to cover up, but it's all insulated and stays a little bit warmer or colder, depending on which time of year you want it to be in. And we also have, stairs and railing around the porch. So that's cool, but you probably don't care about that. So on a different note, some of the other stuff I've been working on, I've been trying to do some songwriting. Again, kind of a time constraint, trying to get all of that done. But I've been working on a little bit of it, dabbled with some different ideas that I probably will take further in the near future. And just kind of like thinking about what I want to do as time moves forward and what I'm kind of trying to pursue in that. So that's exciting. That's fun stuff. Got to do a little bit of writing with my cousin once. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do a whole lot more outside of that. But, good times. Good times. On top of that, obviously, I'm in my junior year of high school now, still attending the same, I'm still homeschooled with the, I don't know what you want to consider it, hybrid, private school-esque type thing I'm doing. It's a long story. If you want to know more about the program, look up Heritage Christian Academy. But anyway, so yeah, junior in high school, and I'm a part of a program called Startup Moxie. The long and short of it is it's a program that meets at Innovation Park on Notre Dame's campus every morning. So the whole point of the class is an entrepreneurship class, and throughout the school year, we have been developing our own businesses. The whole thing is where you have kids from tons of different schools. My sister and I are the only homeschoolers in the program, so representing right there. But we are going through learning different skills that you need to be an entrepreneur. And even if you don't have the goal of owning your own business by the end of it, as some of them are working as quote-unquote interns for Rise, which is the head company for the program, they're basically helping plan events and get stuff done behind the scenes while still participating with the class. But everybody's trying to build their own business, and obviously there's a lot of things that go into that from the financial side, planning, all these different things, how to use different technologies. We've been learning a lot about AI because, like it or not, it is going to be a big part of the upcoming technologies that are coming out. So we've been going through that, and originally I was going to start working on Songsmith for the project, but unfortunately, just again, due to the time problems, all that I wanted to do outside of the podcast wasn't really going to be viable with the amount of time I had. So I decided to pivot a little bit in and join with my sister. We talked about it, and I decided to work with her on her project, which is turning the studio by Treehouse, the place that I'm in right now, into a full-fledged rental that can be used for any time. Like, people could come in, rent for the night, 2 nights, whatever, over the weekend. But the main goal is to sell it to people coming in for Notre Dame games, especially during the football season. So that's a project we're working on right now. Shameless plug, if you want to follow the page and kind of keep tabs on that and kind of see what the interior of the studio looks like anyway, but how we are coming along with that, I'll link the Instagram page to that in the description below. You'll be able to find it on any platform, and if you don't know how to find the description or show notes, just Google Apple show notes, Spotify show notes, whatever, and you'll find the way to do it. So there's presently nothing on there right now, at least as of the time of recording, but you can stay up to date with that kind of stuff if you would like to follow that. So that'd be really cool. So yeah, that's all been happening. Obviously, summer was fun. Got to do a lot of good stuff. I went to Maine, Vermont, and New Hampshire just about a month and a half ago, I think it is, and got to see a lot of different cool places. A lot of different places in nature, like we went hiking at a couple different spots, stopped at some small towns, and then we also stopped at the Ben & Jerry's original ice cream factory, because that's down on the route that we took. So we were like, hey, why not? But that was a fun thing. Good summer, tons of stuff that have happened, and but with all that being said, I'm excited to get back into Songsmith. Like I said, while I didn't get to do everything I want to over the summer, or even take this into Startup Moxie like I was hoping to, I do have a lot of goals for the show, and just, again, getting consistent with what I'm doing here. Obviously, I'm going to try and get back on that bi-weekly schedule, maybe a little bit more frequent, maybe a little less, depending on the week, but I'm going to try at very least to stay on that pattern, that routine. I want to get some more interviews on here, because I've been talking about that for almost a year now, and I still haven't gotten really any, aside from like one with Lucas and the one with Edie. But obviously we're looking for some artists, and they were great conversations, but I want to provide those both to learn for myself and to get some actual people who have been doing this on the show. I have reached out to some people. Some people have said, yes, I'm interested, just give me some dates. So presently I am working on nailing out dates for them. I don't know when this episode's going to be airing, this updates little thing. But with that being said, I'm planning on hopefully getting at least a couple of those interviews nailed down for somewhere in December, sometime over Christmas break, so I can obviously record them and then add them into the lineup for upcoming episodes. So that'll be exciting, as like a sneak peek of some people that have said yes and are interested. Nitro X, aka Owen Bloomfield, used interchangeably because obviously one's his artist name, one's just him. Ike Smith, No Matter, who's some other people that I've reached out? Jordan Blaine, Christian Singleton, lots of fun people. Really excited to have them on the show. Just need to get some of that squared away because, again, time. It's fun. So tons of cool stuff to look forward to. And as always, obviously, I want to hear what you guys want to hear about, whether that's topics, guests, etc. So please let me know in the comments below. Obviously, on YouTube there's comments, but Spotify has also now rolled out the comments section. So if you want something to be seen on the show, or you just want to say hi or something, you can pop down there on both of those platforms. And if you're on a different platform, you can either pop over to one of those two, or send me an email or message me over Instagram, as all that information will be in the show notes or description below. With all that being said, I'm excited to get this show kicked back off and going as it had been before. It's a ton of fun, and I cannot wait to hear from you guys. Of course, it's going to be a couple more weeks. Again, like I'm saying, I think this is going to be releasing early December, and the goal is to have maybe one episode out before the end of the year, but if not, by first, second week of January. So definitely be looking forward to all of that. There's a lot of episodes I have lined up. I think I have like 4 or 5 outlined already, and in fact, right after recording this, I'm going to start recording the next episode. I cannot wait for you guys to all tune in, hear everything we've got going on, and of course, as always, share everything you've got going on in your songwriting journey and what you want to hear from the show. With all that being said, as usual, keep on writing.